So you're thinking it's time for a kiln fan, but you don't like the price tag of them? Me neither. I bought my kiln secondhand and saw that the fan kits that are sold for kilns are only comprised of a few parts that I could mainly get on Amazon or Home Depot. So I wanted to try DIYing my own, and it worked. So here I am sharing it with you. I have a Scut 822 kiln, and I used Scut's vent hole chart that's meant for their EnviroVent system when deciding on how many holes I need to drill in the lid, the base, and where to place them. I ended up needing 2 holes in the lid and 1 in the base. For the lid, the instructions say to measure the brick on your kiln walls and add 1 inch, which would be about 4 inches for me. The Scut instructions also said to use a 3/16 inch drill bit for my kiln, but if you have a bigger kiln, you may need a bigger bit. I went very slow, as you can see. I didn't speed up or slow down the video as I didn't want the brick cracking or chipping. I also didn't push on the drill when I was drilling in either. I just let it slowly do its thing. Because the camera's on an angle at this point, the second hole here looks as if it wasn't drilled straight down and out, but it was, and that is very important for when you're doing it. After you're done drilling, there's a lot of dust, so make sure to vacuum out your kiln, including all of the elements. The kiln should be unplugged for this. So basically what you'll need for this DIY, it's all linked in the description, but you'll need a plenum cup, which is this little aluminum cup. I wanted to buy mine straight from Scut because I just knew that it would work perfectly because that's what it's for. You'll also need flexible aluminum duct dryer vent tubing, a duct fan, 3 gear clamps, a 4 to 3 inch reducer, and dryer vent installation tape. I actually tested another fan with 130 CFM first that did not get the flame to suck into the hole, but this fan at 195 CFM works great. The Scut brand EnviroVent fan, for example, is 140 CFM. My DIY is for a window that opens, but you can modify the end to fit your needs. Adding a board cut to place above the fan in the window would help even further, but this is good enough for my needs as we aren't in the garage when the kiln is firing. If you've got a smaller kiln, or even one the size of mine, you don't actually need a kiln fan. Lots of people get by without one. The reason I decided to make one for myself is because it evens out the heat throughout the kiln, which I noticed was a problem between shelves, and I've since noticed that it has improved with a fan. It also makes my garage a lot less stinky when it's firing, since all the fumes are blown out the window from the fan. There is also a higher risk of metal corroding beside the kiln, and since my kiln is indoors, I wanted to keep all my belongings, including my vehicle, safer. I used basic green painter's tape for this test, as the kiln wasn't actually on. It was only closed with the fan on for the lighter test. After this test, I replaced the painter's tape with dryer vent installation tape. I just didn't have any on hand when making this video. I'm not sure about this myself because I didn't do close testing, but I have read that glazes usually turn out better if you're using a kiln fan versus if you're not. But again, I didn't test this. I wasn't having any glaze issues before this, but it's nice knowing that through all the effort of DIYing my own kiln vent, it's just another pro in the column for doing this. If this video helps you, please push the thumbs up button as it helps my channel quite a lot. And subscribe if you'd like to see my future experiments with ceramics. If you have any questions about this DIY or why I chose what I chose, let me know in the comments. I'm very happy to help. So here we are at the end, and I'm super excited that it works. You're looking to see if the flame is being sucked into the little hole, and it is. And that's how you know you're good.